Before I begin this video, I'd like to let you guys know that I now have a Patreon account. If you want to support this channel, you can do so via Patreon. And for supporting me, you'll get access to special patron-only videos that I'll be uploading whenever I find glitches or exploits that are likely to get fixed. I won't be uploading exploits on my YouTube channel anymore, as they always get fixed almost instantly. For example, the Scrap Collector exploit, the Vigilante Arena equipment exploit, the card matching event trick, that were all fixed after I made videos about them. You can become a patron today by clicking the link in the description below to get access to a video that I uploaded on how to finish the slammer quickly that'll teach you how to save a few minutes every time you fight at the slammer. So that was the announcement I had to make. Enjoy the video. Hey, what is up guys? It is me, Flavio here, back with another Mafia City video. This is going to be a beginner's guide to the mayor election. I'm going to be explaining how the mayor election works, what kind of buffs and debuffs you get from different posts, and also how the different mayor skills work. So let's get started. The mayor election is an intense battle that takes place at the center of the map. The goal of this battle is for any one clan to hold the center for 8 hours straight to win the mayor buff. During the battle phase, you can send your troops to attack the city hall at the center of the map and the 4 forts around it. If the clans holding the forts are different from the clan holding the city hall, then each fort that is held by a different clan will randomly eliminate a few hundred troops from the city hall every 30 seconds. The maximum amount of troops that you can place in the city hall is the sum of the march size and the raid capacity of the first player entering the city hall. The march size can mostly be increased by upgrading your diner, and raid capacity by upgrading your clan hall. If you send your troops to the city hall, make sure you don't leave your clan when your troops are in there, or they'll be automatically disbanded when you leave. There are 2 different strategies that players use while fighting for mayor. There's strategy A, where you occupy the 4 forts first before going for the city hall. This allows you to reduce your losses when you actually occupy the city hall, but it might lead to a longer battle. Then there's strategy B, where you occupy the city hall directly and try to hold it for 8 hours straight. This is a little more aggressive, but it might help you end the battle a lot faster. Obviously, the best strategy is strategy C, where you don't fight at all, because it doesn't make sense to lose hundreds of thousands of troops just for a buff that lasts for 5 days. If your clan manages to hold the city hall for a total of 8 hours, the election will end and a member of your clan will get to become the mayor for the next 5 days. The leader of the winning clan can appoint the mayor within 2 hours after the election ends. If they fail to do so, then the previous mayor will automatically become the next mayor if they're in the winning clan. However, if the previous mayor is not in the winning clan, then the clan leader will automatically get appointed as mayor. If you look at older cities, you'll probably notice that they usually don't fight for mayor, as they might either have an agreement to rotate between the top clans, or they might just have one clan that always takes it because no other clans in the city are strong enough to beat them. In City 300, we rotate mayor between the top 10 clans, and we have a free mayor battle after every 5 mayors for the clans that are not in the top 10. After becoming mayor, you get to appoint players as officials to give them various buffs, or you could appoint them as servants to give them debuffs. The buffs include the secretary buff that gives 15% more resource production, 20% more resource protection, and also allows the player appointed to send mayor packs to other players. The chief executive buff that gives 5% building, training, and investment speed. The Secretary of Justice buff that gives you 10% resource production and 5% training speed. The Premier buff that gives you 5% resource production and reduces upkeep by 10%. The Inspector General buff that gives you 5% crew attack and 10% crime op speed. The Commander buff that gives you 5% crew attack and defense. The Supervisor of Investment buff that gives 10% investment speed. And the Construction Engineer buff that gives 10% building speed. Obviously, the mayor gets the best buff, which is 15% crew attack and defense and 10% more ops capacity. Debuffs include the Henchman debuff, which reduces crew attack by 10% and resource production by 5%. The Jester debuff, which reduces resource production by 5% and increases upkeep by 10%. The Civilian debuff that reduces crime op speed by 5% and training speed by 10%. The Rogue debuff that reduces crew defense by 5% and resource production by 10%. The Crook debuff that reduces crew attack and defense by 8% each. The Burglar debuff that reduces the maximum amount of protected resources by 20%. the felon debuff that reduces crime op speed by 15%, and the fool debuff that reduces investment speed by 15%. The mayor and secretary are also allowed to distribute 3 different types of mayor packs. There are the immortality packs that can be given to 5 different players in the city, the clan defenders packs that can be given to 10 different players, and the brotherhood packs that can be gifted to 20 different players in the city. Every few hours, the mayor gets to select which resource type out of the 4 will spawn more often on the map. The mayor and the officials appointed are allowed to use a lot of different skills in the city using the city's dirty money. The mayor and chief executive can use the recuperate skill to increase resource production in the city by 10%. They can use the ops mobilization skill to increase training speed by 10%. They can also use the mass construction and attract investment skill to increase construction and investment speed by 5% each. Each of these 4 skills lasts for 1 day and cost 25,000 dirty money. The mayor and premier can use the embezzlement skill that allows them to trade the city's dirty money for 1,000 gold. The first trade costs 10,000 dirty money, and the cost of using this skill keeps increasing with each trade. The next skill is the emergency treatment skill that only the mayor can use. This skill increases healing speed of everyone in the city by 1000% for 1 hour. It has a 1-day cooldown and costs 50,000 dirty money. This skill is very useful for City Royale as it will help your city save a lot of speed ups while speed healing. The next skill is the comprehensive truce skill that can only be used by the mayor and secretary and costs 200,000 dirty money. This skill gives everyone in the city a shield that lasts for 4 hours, and it has a cooldown of 1 day. The next one is the demolition order skill that again costs 200,000 dirty money but can only be used by the mayor and the secretary of justice. This skill allows you to teleport any turf that you select to a random location in the city. There's Rapid Reinforce that costs 50,000 dirty money and allows the user to reinforce a clanmate's turf within just 3 seconds. This skill has a cooldown of 2 hours and it lasts for 1 hour but can only be used once within the 1 hour period. This skill can be used by the mayor and the inspector general. There's the Truce Order skill that again costs 50,000 dirty money and prevents a selected player from attacking others for 1 hour. This skill can be used by the mayor and the commander, and it has a cooldown of 2 hours. There's the Asylum skill that costs 50,000 dirty money and can be used to shield 1 player for 8 hours. This skill can only be used by the secretary and has a cooldown of 8 hours. There's the Ample Resource skill that causes the production within a certain district to be doubled. I'm not sure what this skill exactly does. If you guys know, let me know in the comments down below. It has a cooldown of 8 hours and can only be used by the chief executive. There's the Trace skill that costs 10,000 dirty money and can be used by the mayor and the supervisor of investment to find the coordinates of any player in the city. It has a cooldown of 1 day. And the last skill is the mayor's gift that can be sent to the city for 20,000 dirty money. The mayor's gift contains 5,000 gold, and anywhere from 10 to 50 players can receive gold from this mayor's gift. Only the mayor and premier can use this skill. Before I end this video, I'd like to give a shout out to Tommy the Nose, who plays the PC version of this game. He made his own mayor guide, to which I'll leave a link in the description below, so you guys can check it out if you want to. So that's all I had to talk about the mayor election. I hope you guys found this video helpful. Thanks for watching the video, guys, and I will see y'all in the next one.